Yenny and welcome to Your Skin Mentor. Today we're going to talk about how acne forms. So this is a model of skin, and just to orientate everybody, the top layer here, this is the outermost dead layer of skin. It acts as a protective layer. It also acts and functions as a skin barrier. And the pink layer is the outer layer of skin, or what we call epidermis. And the deeper layer of skin is called dermis. Now, can you see this structure here? We call it pilosebaceous gland. So this unit is where acne forms. Okay, you can see this is a hair follicle. This is a strand of hair. And over here you can see it better illustrated is what we call the sebaceous gland or the oil glands. So how acne forms is in two steps. We have exfoliation of the cells every day, and the exfoliation of cells is not the one on top, which is the dead skin. That happens all the time, but that's not what causes acne. It's the cells that is within this gland that exfoliates, and sometimes this exfoliation is not normal. So two things that can happen here. One, the skin cells becomes really sticky and mixes with the oil from the oil gland, and it clumps together forming a clogged pore. The other thing that can happen here is that these cells, which is supposed to exfoliate and flow outwards, actually gets stuck inside, and sometimes it's all stuck at the top, so forming a bottleneck. So all the oil that's coming out from the oil glands actually gets trapped together with the cells below. So what happens is the formation of something called Microchromidom, a very tiny clogged pore that you may not even see on the skin. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. This illustrates how a comedone or clogged pore look like. Over here, this clogged pore is stuck within the pilosebaceous unit, and as you can see, there's no opening on the top. So this is what we call a closed comedone, or what we refer to as a whitehead. Over here, the clogged pore opens to the top surface and it interacts with oxygen and oxidizes, so it changes to become a black color. So you call it a blackhead or open comedone. You can see it from the top. Now, in the last figure here, you can see something no good is happening, right? You can see that it's red, it's swollen. If I touch it, it will feel hot, painful. It might even be itchy. So something has happened, that's inflammation. Okay, how did this happen? So within this pilosebaceous gland, there are other microorganisms living within the pilosebaceous gland, and they are living off the sebum produced by the oil glands. Now, this includes bacteria, fungi, and mites. Now, when it's inflamed, it's because there is migration of movement of the bacterial and other microorganisms outwards into the surrounding tissue, and that causes inflammation. When your body's defense mechanisms come to help, which is the white cells on the side, they create what you and I know as pus. And sometimes that's what you get in your pimple, right? Pus. And we call it pustule. Now, if this inflammation gets really large, so it's more than half a cm or about like this size, and it gets hard and painful, then we know that the inflammation is bad and it goes deep into the skin, dermis. Now, analogy. If you fell down and you scraped your knee and it became hot, painful, and there's pus, what will you do? Okay, the correct thing is to seek help, to get treatment. But if you don't get treatment and let it burn out, what will happen to your skin? It will eventually heal, but it will also leave a scar. And that's what happens with acne. If you leave it alone and let it burn itself out or let it heal, it will eventually form a scar on your skin. And that is the long-term complication of acne, and that's acne scarring. Acne scarring is complex and difficult to treat, and there's no way to get back normal skin ever again. So I hope you appreciated and enjoyed this little tutorial on how acne forms, and Please follow us and I'll tell you how we can help and treat acne and prevent scarring. Bye!